So today I'm standing in Bolivia's White City, a place nobody prepared me for, how stunning it is. In this video I'm going to be showing you everything about this place, the best things to do here, whether it's actually safe to come alone as a woman, and honestly why I think this city is one of South America's best kept secrets. This is one of the best places I've been to in my entire Bolivia trip. And if you're planning on going to Bolivia only for uni, I would recommend that you book in a few more days and you visit this city. Welcome everyone, I'm Val, a Colombian traveling the world, and let's explore Bolivia's White City. So getting to Sucre is actually pretty easy. You can take a bus from any of the main cities in Bolivia, a very long bus if I must say so myself, or you can take a flight from either La Paz, Cochabamba, or any of the main cities as well. Sucre has an airport, so it's pretty easy getting here. When I landed and I was heading back from the airport, I realized why it is called the White City. Like you are in the city center, turn a corner, and suddenly everything is white. Like all of it, buildings, churches, houses. And the most impressive thing is that it is actually a law in here. It literally says that buildings in the historic center of the city need to be painted white, which just makes it feel like something coming out of a book or a movie. So now let's talk about what there is to do in here, because I know many of you might be wondering if this city is worth more than a day trip, and the answer is it absolutely is. Sucre is actually the constitutional capital of Bolivia. So there is a lot of history and culture you can explore in here. These are all the things I did on my trip. Here in Sucre, the best thing to do is actually just walk and enjoy the city by foot. So you're going to spend a lot of time doing just that. The 25th of May Square, or Plaza del 25 de Mayo, is the beating heart of the city. This is a place where locals come to see, talk, eat, have dates even, and just exist. Of course, it is free and it is beautiful. One of those places that actually show you the heart of the city just by sitting in there for 30 minutes or an hour. So around the square you will have a cathedral, which is very usual in many South American cities, if not all of them. You will also find in here the Freedom House, or Casa de la Libertad, which is where Bolivia signed its Declaration of Independence. It's a very historical place. The entrance fee for foreigners is 50 Bolivians. Actually, the Freedom House was one of the most interesting historical buildings I visited in Bolivia, along with another building in Potosí that I'm not going to tell you about yet. Another great thing about this city is that it has dinosaur footprints. If you saw my Toro Toro video, you know that I've been chasing in this department traces of that very old time. And here in Sucre, you can also see actual footprints of dinosaurs on a cliff face just around the city. In here, the place is called Parque Cretácico, and it's actually pretty cool. This site has over 5,000 individual dinosaur tracks preserved in rock. You can see them up close from a viewing platform, and actually they are right now building an option to have a tour around the footprints. They also have real-size replicas of many dinosaur species that passed around South America. There is a fossils room and a little dinosaur park for the children. The entrance fee is 30 Bolivians for foreigners, which includes a guided tour around the park that tells you not only the history of the dinosaurs but the different species that they are. And it gives you access to the fossils room and everything in there. The park is located outside of Sucre, so you can take a 20 minutes taxi or ride to get there. Now, like I said, you will spend a lot of time walking this city, and seeing all the white houses up close is amazing. But if you want the panoramic view of Sucre, with all the white rooftops and terracotta tiles stretched out under the massive Andean sky, you need to go to La Recolecta viewpoint. It's just outside of the city center. You can go there by walking from the main square, and there is a convenient church up there too. The walk up there is actually really pleasant, even though it's going upwards. Just remember to take it slow due to the altitude. And this is the place where you will get your golden hour shots. One of the most amazing sights in the city, so don't skip it. Now Now, the culture in this city is something else. Bolivia has one of the most incredible textile traditions in all of South America. The indigenous tribes of Chalca and Tarabuco communities around Sucre create hand-woven fabrics with patterns that are completely unique and that have a meaning within their culture. All of those deep, almost mythological designs with animals and figures don't exist anywhere else. So there is a foundation called ASUR, which means the Anthropological Museum of Indigenous Art, where you can actually see the history of this amazing tradition. There is actually a weaver there working, so you can see how the patterns are done. In there you can also learn about the symbolism and even buy the textile directly from the artisans. It is one of those places that are not about touristing around, but are about the culture in itself. Now, Sucre has a central market, or Mercado Central. It is like many other South American markets, chaotic, colorful, full of fruits and actually dishes for less than $2. So I would recommend you actually get a little lost in there too. Other things you can do in the city include the Simón Bolívar Park is a urban place where relaxation and history intersects in Sucre. It blends with the white houses and it has a huge square. I even saw children practicing for a school presentation in there. The place is perfect for a walk, and there is even a challenge amongst tourists to find the Eiffel Tower replica inside the park. If you ever go to this place, come back to this video and comment in it if you found the Eiffel Tower. There are also a lot of cafes around, which makes the atmosphere very, very cozy. So it is also a lay-low spot where you can spend a few hours just relaxing. Visiting the San Felipe Neri Monastery, where you will not only see a very interesting religious place, but you will have an amazing view of Sucre from the temple's roof. This is also another viewpoint of the city that you can definitely not miss. And the architecture of the place will also leave you in wonder. One interesting thing about this place is also that it's a school during the day and then it becomes a museum during the afternoon. So you will see it open from around 3:30 p.m. Now for the question about safety, which is something I know many of you have been wondering about. Sucre is actually a pretty safe city and probably one of the safest I've been since I started traveling in Bolivia. That being said, it's still a South American city, which means you need to have the usual precautions that you will have in other South American cities. 1. Stick to the historic center, especially at night. It is beautiful and lively. You will find a lot of restaurants, bars and cafes. And you don't need to venture far from it from your first trip. 2. Use registered taxis or the apps Uber and InDrive to call for your transportation. Again, especially at night, so don't flag random cars off the street after dark. 3. And as usual in Bolivian cities, if you've seen my entire Bolivian series, the altitude is real. And if this is your first city, it can make you feel off. Remember to drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, even some coca tea. It helps with the altitude. And don't push yourself too hard on the first day. Remember that a tired and disoriented traveler is more vulnerable. So take it with precaution and rest. 4, and this is more a recommendation rather than a safety measure. Learn 5 words of Spanish. You will not see that many Bolivians speaking in English at all. So this will help you navigate your way around. Everywhere in the world there are pickpockets, so beware of that. And just keep an eye on things, especially if you're a woman. But honestly, the city center is pretty chill and you can walk during the day. And actually walking at night, I didn't feel it was dangerous. So I think Sucre passed the safety vibe check. I came to Sucre not knowing what to expect, and I left it as one of my favorite cities in South America and my favorite in Bolivia. It is one of those beautiful cities that is not overrun by tourists. If you've been on the fence about Bolivia, this be your sign. This city is totally worth the visit. It is affordable and it is completely doable as a solo traveler, even if you're a female solo traveler. So you should definitely give Sucre an opportunity. If this video helped you or if you like it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe so YouTube keeps helping us grow. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all on the next trip.